Hello and welcome. I'm Slooh's Director of Curriculum, Dr. John Boisvert, and I am excited to show you how students explore space with Slooh's online telescope and our standards-aligned learning activities, QUESS. Slooh's online telescope is an astronomy platform whose mission is to rebuild our collective connection to the night sky and the universe using our 10 powerful robotic telescopes situated around the world. All of the space images that you're going to see come directly from our telescopes. Now, QUESS are interactive learning activities that challenge students to use Slooh's online telescope to collect and analyze data to form their own conclusions. QUESS teach students how to explore space in a self-directed manner while completing learning activities that challenge them. A Slooh quest culminates in creating a poster-sized infographic that showcases the students' images captured with Slooh's online telescopes. That's right, students make these posters during the quest. In some cases, their infographic poster incorporates their responses to questions in the quest. These personalized infographics generate a spirit of accomplishment for the student while providing an easy tool to recall the content they learn while on the quest. Since students use their own captured images, every student poster is unique. No two posters are alike. This flexibility allows students to explore their artistic expression and create something that speaks to them and for them. Our 10 online telescopes broadcast live to our flagship observatory at the Institute of Astrophysics at the Canary Islands and our Chile Observatory in association with the Catholic University of Chile. An advantage of having our telescopes span both hemispheres is the ability to capture celestial objects from the entire night sky. We also have a solar telescope on the Canary Islands to catch and study solar activity. Students, especially in secondary schools, are cut off from the night sky and the universe due to many factors, such as light pollution, difficulty with using setup telescopes. Well, Slooh's online telescope and our QUESS curriculum are an equitable way to bring the universe back to the students so that they can engage with space and gain a cosmic perspective. Before Slooh, only science educators with a passion for astronomy could bring space into the classroom. Now, any educator can do it. Students begin on the Slooh dashboard, the student's front seat to their exploration of space. This corner is where they can see their Slooh level and gravity points, part of our gamification of space exploration. Here are where quests are accessed. Underneath is information about each observatory, a mission log, the Slooh 1000 object map that shows all of the objects visible in the telescopes tonight, their photo collection, observations from other users, and more. Well, let's take a closer look at quests. Quests are coherent, well-sequenced experiential learning activities. They use Slooh's online telescope to capture images of celestial wonders while learning about specific aspects of astronomy, history, anthropology, arts, and other STEAM topics, keeping students engaged and excited to learn. A remarkable aspect of astronomy is that it touches on many subjects and topics. Therefore, quests inspire the learning of scientific reasoning in an exciting and engaging way. Astronomy is a gateway science that uses phenomena captured in telescopes to inspire and encourage students to think scientifically. Quests are a great way for students of all levels to stay engaged on the platform because they give students structure and provide goals for learning and capturing images for their collection. Students follow in the footsteps of professional astronomers, from learning about their captured objects in Slooh's real-time telescopes to planning and executing authentic observational astronomy missions. Students consider factors that may affect their mission outcomes, such as the weather, object altitude, moon's location, and more. Students become citizen astronomers on Slooh. Missions are how students take control of the Slooh online telescope arsenal. A Slooh mission is a scheduled time to look at a particular object with a specific telescope up to a week in advance. Slooh's robotic telescope slews to the object at the reserved time to capture an image that's delivered to their photo collection after the mission completes. In this example, students can select one of many possible emission nebulae to capture, and the platform will then select a mission for them to run. Students can also schedule missions to individual objects, which gives them more flexibility about the sky conditions and missions they plan to schedule. Students are encouraged to tune in to see their image automatically processed with color in real time by our patented system as more and more light is collected, which looks like this animation. What's fascinating is all of this is happening robotically. Moreover, students do not have to be on the platform when their mission occurs to obtain their image captures. Every quest is accessible from the dashboard, which brings users to the quest overview page, where a preview of one of the infographic posters they will create is displayed. As students continue to work on the activity and build their posters, this view will update with their changes so they can see their creations anytime. Quest objectives are clearly laid out at the beginning for students to know the main points they are about to learn. What's more, lexile levels of our quests help to differentiate the text so that more students can access the material. Every quest step has a set of vocabulary terms that students will learn. They are defined at the beginning of each step. The terms and definitions are bolded and italicized in the body so students can understand what they mean in context. Let's take a closer look at some of the ways students learn on Slooh with quests. Students complete learning exercises, data collection planning and execution, data and image analysis, quantitative and qualitative questions, and more as they progress through the quest self-guided activities. They learn how to obtain, evaluate, and communicate the information they learn. Assessment within quests comes in the form of multiple choice, fill-in-the-blank, free response questions that encourage critical thinking and require problem-solving skills. The output is clear if a student answers correctly or incorrectly, and inquiries support the learning of the material. Other flavors of assessment found throughout Slooh's quests are mathematics walkthroughs that ensure students understand the reasoning behind certain equations and why they work with specific units. Failed first free response questions that encourage students to use their reasoning skills to explain certain phenomena before learning about the topic and updating their responses afterwards. Scaffolding questions that help keep students on track and build upon their understanding, and activities that utilize pattern recognition to understand topics. They will learn how to use observational evidence to construct arguments. While on quests, students learn how to develop, create, and use models, while planning and carrying out authentic scientific investigations. Many free response questions follow the claim evidence reasoning model and utilize students' understanding of the vocabulary words. Now, Slooh has learning progressions of quests depending on the class an educator is teaching. These learning progressions are compact and address education curricula standards. With these progressions, an educator can look at their syllabus on what they are told to prepare, and then look at these learning progressions and say, that's what I want to assign. Slooh also has an Airtable that displays the curricula standards addressed for every quest. Pivoting the Airtable shows which quests align to a particular education standards. As you can see, quests have addressed the following NGSS performance expectations, disciplinary core ideas, science and engineering practices. We've also aligned quests to the Common Core state standards for reading and writing science and technology, and mathematics. We recently addressed the physics and astronomy Texas Administrative Code, TEACS, for our high school quests. In addition, quest alignments with the OpenStax Astronomy textbook are found on the Airtable. We make it easy to implement quests in the classroom. Educators have access to teacher resources for each quest. It will download a zip file containing 2 PDFs, a lesson plan, and a quest guide. Lesson plans include a quick glance of the need-to-know info about the quest, such as the independent activity time, seasonality, objectives, curriculum standards address, and more. There are also a suggested timeline and agenda, though quests can be assigned and used however an educator chooses. The second document is a quest guide. This resource is not intended to be consumed in full. Instead, it is a reference guide for the quest. It includes an example poster that students will create and some quest tips for success, vocabulary definitions and their step locations, and an answer key to every question in the quest. Educators can assign quests to students on the platform a few different ways. Educators can assign a learning progression of quests to students as well. Now, students will see those quests on their accounts and know which ones they need to complete. Educators can also monitor student progress on their classroom workspace. Here, an educator can see a student's last activities and see which quest step they are working on and which quests they've completed. They can also preview students' progress by downloading their quest PDF report, a report of the student's work used for grading. The students' captured images and posters will appear on the report, along with the students' answers to questions. As you can see, the Slooh platform is more than just an astronomy platform. It's a STEAM platform that uses astronomy to engage students and prepare them for their future careers while fostering a spirit of collaborative citizen science. Thank you so much for your attention, and I will now take questions.